本門発本所見上行書伝本人義手の南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華無視以来法を在所消滅根により無心に至るまで保ち立て祀る本門の本門の階段本門事業発本所見上行書伝本人下手の法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法With respect and veneration before the great Dharma, Namyo Horen Nikyo, the quintessence prayers transmitted by Jogyo Bosatsu. We praise Shakyamuni Buddha, the primordial enlightened one. We pray in gratitude for the superb compassion to Grand Master Nichiren Lai Bosatsu, reincarnation of Jogyo Bosatsu in the Mappue. Grandmaster Nichiren Dai Shonin Nichiren Shonin posterior body and the restructure of the Homon line and primal path of the Lotus Sutra and the Grandmaster Nichiren Shonin founder of Homon Butchirishu Daiji Dai Hidai Yomon. We offer deep gratitude to the second Koyu Nichimon Shonin, third Koyu Nichizui Shonin, fourth Koyu Nichikyo Shonin. The first master of Myoshinji Temple Nippak Shonin, second master Nisso Shonin, and two other masters Om Shato. We pray that the all beings within the sky and the forces returns to the Myoho primordial state, and that in this age of the 5,500 years of the Buddha returns to the original state. The expansion of primordial Buddhism Homo Butchirishu should take place incessantly. Namo Myoho Horen. In front of the Gohan Zone with respect and veneration, we pray for the expansion of Homo Butchirishu, for worldly peace, and for the sound health of our master. May we progress in our faith and in our practice. May we be capable of accomplishing our bodhisattva works. Out of the works, may we experience the benefits and become a vehicle of propagation. May this work behold the Gohan Zone the Odaimo, and the secret teachings be united in mind, or thoughts separate in body. We pray for the preservation of the environment, for the solidarity of beings in the further realization of one conversion by faithful propagation widely in Nepal and around the world. We pray for the greater progress in Buddhist education and studies. We pray for the encouragement of the religious heritage. And especially we would like to pray for safety and successful hope in Japan for Jivan Suba Kanno Dokyo. We would like to pray for fast and easy health recovery for Kadaka Seiji. Vinikuheya Shantimaya Tamangina the Kumari Gurunya Swinida Holland because Tapakanno Dokyo. And especially we would like to pray for fast and easy health recovery of Chamaki Bahadur Banya Kanno Dokyo. We pray that Namyo Holy Nico cause the saints in the seed of enlightenment contain the first 8 chapters of the primordial path of the Lotus Sutra, transmitted by the Joyo In front of the Gohon zone with respect and veneration. We pray for the progress and expansion of the group of faithful established in Nepal. We pray for health and devotion to the practice of faith and Gohokos, elimination of the negative karma and the prosperity of all participants in today's sessions. We pray for the fastest eradication of the coronavirus to all those who are informed and affected. We pray for the progress of the mystical relationship with the Buddha and the meeting with the true secret Dharma, the elimination of the negative karma, full health, and the protection of our primordial Buddhism, that everyone realizes to go in accordance with the Buddhist intention. We pray for the recovery of all the sick and for the fulfillment of all the prayers of all participants in today's session. Come, now we are holding the evening study session in front of the Gohon zone at HBS, Nepal, Kathmandu. We pray for health and devotion to the practice of faith and Gohokos, elimination of the negative karma and the prosperity of all participants in today's study session. May those who are suffering from illness have their sickness cured immediately, and may those who are praying for overcoming sufferings and the troubles have the protection and the blessing of the Gohon. And especially in front of the Gohon zone, children in the hall would like to pray for fast and easy health recovery of Winnie Koheya, Kamodo, Rajan Sunar would like to pray for fast and easy health recovery of yourself, Kamodo, Winnie Koheya would like to pray for the fulfillment of the confidential wish, Kamodo, with respect and veneration, we offer prayers to all the late masters and the monks, faithful and your relatives of the Homo tradition. With respect and veneration, we offer prayers to all souls who have died in disasters, epidemics, and the armed conflicts around the world, especially to all those deceased in the Nepal earthquake, and all those deceased by the new coronavirus. We offer prayers to all souls, inscribed in the posthumous purple book of the Myoshini Temple, HBS Nepal Center, and to deceased ancestors of all participants in today's session, and all the deceased today, and especially for Obarakira, Myoho, Kyoriki, for all the participants and people doing Gohoko today, we pray one by one for the elimination of the bad karmas and the great progress in the Namo Koalitsu Josh Kamuni Nyorai in front of the Bohondon with respect and veneration. We pray for the progress and expansion of the group of faithful establishing in Nepal. We pray for health and devotion to the practice of faith and focus, elimination of the negative karma and the prosperity of all participants in today's studies. We pray for the fast eradication of the coronavirus to all those who are informed and affected. We pray for the progress of the mystical relationship with the Buddha and the meeting with the true secret Dharma, the elimination of the negative karma for the health and the protection of all mortal Buddhism that ever realizes to Hong Kong in accordance with the Buddhist intention. We pray for the recovery of all the sick and for the fulfillment of all the prayers of all participants in today's session. Come, Lord, Lord. With respect and veneration of our prayers to all the late masters and the monks, faithful in the relatives of the Homo Botiris, with respect and veneration of our prayers to all souls who have died in disasters, epidemics, and the armed conflicts around the world, especially to all the deceased in the Nepal earthquake and all the deceased by the new coronavirus, Myoho Kyoriki, Trizamot. We offer prayers to all souls, inscribing the posthumous purple book of the Myoshini Temple, HBS in Nepal Center, and to deceased ancestors of all participants in today's session, and the all deceased today, and especially for Obarakira, Myoho Kyoriki, Trizamot. For all the participants and people doing Gohogo today, we pray one by one for the elimination of the bad karmas and the great progress in the 려보 그저지다 암농도 기조자 허공 학벌 속엔 요요 수댕 혼님 예수노 나무며 무시이라의 보호자의 소소매 원님 열부심니 다름하되 다모치다 대마츠르 홈몬노 가이당 홈몬지교 학군 소댕 요요소댕 혼님 예수노 나무며 호랭내교 나무며 Thank you everyone for the divination session here. Kathmandu Center, thank the people who watch us online the divination session. Today, from morning till 12 o'clock, we chanted the 10,000 Odaimoku, celebrating in gratitude of the birth of Siddhartha Gautama, who born where? Lumbini ka, Lumbini. Uta. Kapila Vasta village, kingdom, the kingdom of this family Shakya, Don't forget, thank you everyone who participated in the go together. Here in the center came a few people, Shantidharma Stupa came a few people around the Pandrazana, came and go. It's good. Of course, we can put more effort. When we come, bring someone, chant together, try to invite online, try to participate online. It's still not proper enough to celebrate the Buddha birthday, especially here in Nepal. Many people, they don't celebrate in this date. Even in Brazil, even in Japan, HBS members celebrate this date. In another calendars, they change, all the dates change, so it's not a fixed. Our calendar is more fixed and we know more properly exactly the dates, next Gohoku will be on 12. Few people will come to Shantidharma Stupa to promote against the racism and the castes. So the people who can enjoy on April 12 from 10 o'clock, the people will start coming there. Tonight we will post the flyer about this project and about this Gohoku for everyone. And on 14, it's Nepal New Year, so the people who can come to participate, same as today, from 8 o'clock till 12 o'clock, you chant in the morning time, so the people come chant a little bit, offer chant, after finish the chant, can go back to your home and celebrate with your family. Don't forget first to celebrate with the gohozen, with the odemok, always, no? Basically, this is very foggy today, looks like it will rain, but it's just fog. Let's take care of our health, drink a lot of water. Ani, aja dere dere daneva. Arigatou gozaimasu.
ありがとうございます。